So how do we actually... Oh, there we go. Right, so the diesels. So, it's just the blue engines that are available. Boo Hiss, Poor Form, where's the Class 37? Oh, most signals are now classed as multi-spads, I think, in confusing places. Right, so let's have a little look and see what we've got. Oh, a very loud 47. Right, so what's this one got? Oh, a Temple Meads to Acton TEA tanker train. Oh, that could be interesting. As a Class 4 with a TEA. What else have we got? That's another TEA service. Plenty of empty coach in stock. Plenty of express passengers. So the 47 literally looks like it just does TEAs. So let's have a little look and see what... Oh. Okay. So we've got TEAs. Any other sort of freight going on here? So no, we've got no freight on that one. And I doubt we'll have... Oh no, look, you can do the TEAs with a 52. That's highly unrealistic. Alright, so we'll do a Class 47. And we'll go for Bloody Wet again. Because I do like a bit of a challenge. Nice and high winds. And what we'll do is we'll do 4 Lima 03. We'll have a little go at some TEA wagons. So what we got? 16 on, 517 tons, and I bet it pulls like we're pulling about 50,000 tons. Right, okay, so master keys on. Pop it into engine only mode while we get ourselves prepared. We want our window wiper going like Billy-O. DSD is unisolated. AWS is unisolated. And now where have we got our headlights and things like that? They're over here somewhere. Yeah, we want that switch on. We want our marker lights on. I think that's all we get in a 47. There's no real headlight in a 47. Well, it's those. Right. So, release our brake. Straight air is off. Just give it a little bit. One thing we do need to pull though is the cab changeover. Alright, so are we on vacuum brakes or air brakes? Let's have a little look. There we go, bit of wheel spit. Yeah, sadly the second man, he's a bit useless. Acton Up Popular Goods Line. Oh, they've even given it its old name. Well, that's a good one. Not called that anymore, I don't think. I just think it's called the Acton Goods. Right, it's 40 miles an hour. And then we're definitely not going to be going 90 mile an hour with this. The speed limit is 60. Well, fair enough. Like I say, I don't sign it, but I was always taught it's just the up goods. Right, so let's... Oh, they've got the train order in the right thing, but we've got no end of train display. So that's a dangerous goods irregularity, which has now become a dangerous goods incident. So yeah, we've not got an end of train display. How much you want to bet it's on the first wagon behind the loco? No, it's not even there. How can you get something so basic so wrong? Right, so 60 mile an hour with these TEAs, that is the maximum speed we can do with them. Even though we're a class 4, TEAs I don't think have ever been class 4. Again, can't really see it. Oh, it's quite dark. TEA wagons tend to be goods timing brakes, which is what that G means. But TEA stands for air braked. So that's 60 mile an hour tops. What is TEA? Tanker something air. Their identification. Is it like an identification of the wagon on tops? And the A stands for air braked. If you had a V, that'd be vacuum braked. So at least we're on air brakes. But what does that say up there? Air pass. Well, we definitely wouldn't be in air pass. Just for the record, it'd be air goods on the TEA set, because you don't want the petrol or the diesel or the whatever you're transporting in these, which is going to be highly flammable, sloshing around, unbalancing the wagon, because that'll end in tears like it did in Wales with that DB cargo train the other month. And I'm pretty sure fuel trains used to be 47s or double-headed 31s. But TEA wagons still run on the network today. They still... Evening pint. You join us for a bit of Great Western Blue, just revisiting after they've added the freight and fixed a few things now, but spot the glaring mistake at the rear of the train. There's no tail lamp. And it's not like I can even take the spare one and walk down the train and pop it on, because they don't have that facility to attach a tail lamp. Yes, I have said it, Cliffy, and I have said it, and I have raised the ticket. That's a point. I haven't checked on how that ticket is progressing. So let's go to Dovetail Games' website and actually have a look. So I can guarantee you it's probably been closed. As unable to replicate. A driver has said it's fine, so that's what it is. Oh, don't start messing me around, website. Let's have a little look as we go through Slough. Right, so here we go. Kayako. Where's my mouse pointer gone? There it is. Right, my tickets. Class 66 issues has been closed. It's been closed because apparently they're already aware of it. The issue may also appear on the TSW2 roadmap. No, it hasn't, and no, it won't. But hey ho, it's been reported, they're aware of it. But it's definitely not me. And the only other person I know that has worked in conjunction with Dovetail or had any input as a 66 driver has stated that he's never signed off that it was good. Like it was how it's supposed to be. The Arosa line was inexperienced. Yes, I'm thinking of doing it this evening. Having my first outing on it. I've done the uphill tutorial. I haven't come down the mountain though. But I've always offered my opinion to Dovetail when it comes to the 66. They used to have it perfect. It's only when they introduced the Simulgraph diesel traction stuff that it all went wobbly. So, who be knows? Who knows? Slightly creeping over 60 mile an hour there, so just throttle off. I suppose we do our running brake test. Copy up. There we go. I don't know if we've seen you in the stream since Tuesday, Cliffy, but I passed my rules and I'm still brain dead from it. I think you were in on Friday night actually, I can't remember. But yes, rules passed. Haven't got to worry about them for 3 years now. Or it could be 2. Can't remember. People were telling me things on Tuesday that were going in one ear and out the other afterwards. Thank you very much. So I'm no longer PQA now, which is nice. Which means that's the first step on the road to where I want to eventually end up, which is driving instructor. So start with the route learners now and move on to DI at some point in the near future. No, you don't do professional things like that. Let's just get the throttle up if we can at 30%, no, 31. We'll just poodle along. It's not I'm ready to move over, Cliffy, I just have a real good sort of passion for teaching. I think it's just when you enjoy your job and everything, I think being an instructor or passing your knowledge on is easier to do. Cool, that AWS horn wasn't particularly great then. I nearly missed that. It's been the second one I've missed this week. Just notice the brakes are staying on. There we go. Give them a little tweak. Cool, that 52 sounded good coming towards us then. Has he got a train? He doesn't have to look like he's got a red light on either. 20% throttle now. Means AWS is clear. Why is the engine not generating any amps? There we go. So we had the throttle in and then it was just idling. Power now that the throttle's actually come back on. It's too busy stuffing a Belgian bun in my face. Brakes are applying themselves again. Excellent, Cliffy. Excellent. What are you going to do to celebrate after your pass-out run? You'll be able to go to the pub. How about that? Well, you should hopefully be able to. Nice long TEA train. Is there quite a few of you then at the moment that are in training or doing their hours, handling good DIs? Oh, right, okay. No pressure then. So I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt now, this GW Blue, Great Western Blue. Yes, it's somebody's vanity project, but I've certainly made it a little bit better. I think it could be busier. It's 10 to 8 in the morning and I haven't seen a 101 coming in the down direction at the moment. But we're heading off to Pint's stomping ground after this one. After yesterday's fantastic German, or Friday's fantastic German routes. I think we're going to head back to the German routes and have a little whiz around. So Pint, I'm open to suggestions for which route to do. Because like I say, this is only a short stream this afternoon, and then it'll be a big long one later. For anybody that wishes to join me. Oh, Willow, I just saw... Pint will be better off answering that one. I have only done the part of the tutorial and got bored. So I haven't actually sunk my teeth into it yet. It is on the list. It is in the list that we've got to play through. I just wanted to give this another chance after it got patched, and now that the front of the train is the front of the train and the rear of the train is the rear of the train, that's groovy, and the doors open on the right side and the right side, not the wrong side now. So again, they're making baby steps. So yeah, we're 100 miles in a class 47. Okie dokie. I wasn't sure as to which is the best route or route to do. We did one the other night and it was very scenic. It was very lovely in a 143. I enjoyed that one. I don't know what route it was, which is a pain in the backside. Right, we've got 14 miles to go until Acton now. Still trundling along at 60. I think we come down to 40 now, don't we? I think it comes to... cruise at 50 at the minute till we see the next speed sign. Slough, good old Bay platform now works at Slough. Back to 60. It's better than the Isle of Wight. It wasn't hard to be better than the Isle of Wight. But again, some people enjoy the Isle of Wight. I personally found it a bit too quiet. But that's real life. There's only like one train an hour on the Isle of Wight line in both directions. Thank you, Willow. Versignor. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, hopefully we get the layers back on HMA soon, on console. We'll have a little look in the list when we get there. Maybe do a bit of German freight. Not that I've got a clue at what speed German freight can run, and the game doesn't tell you what the maximum rate speeds German freight can run at is. Oh, we're getting put away here. 2 miles. Getting us out of the way of something. We're going off into a siding. 120, okie dokie, lovely jubbly. Note made in my head. Because I quite enjoyed the 182 the other day when I drove that. That thing makes the earth spin the wrong way round when you put it on full acceleration. Where are we going here? We must be going in at Hayes and Harlington. Right, we're being signalled down. 2 yellows. Yeah, that sounds about right for the console to be a little bit more underwhelming than the PC version. Right, 15 mile an hour has been reached. And good old fashioned, the brakes aren't releasing because it thinks we're on vacuum braking still. Right, so we've got a single yellow coming up. And a number 1 indicator. Right, so we're going on to the goods loop. May have preempted the speed drop off a bit too soon there, but here we go, into the loop. Pretty sure this is the Colnbrook loop. If you were going to Colnbrook, this is the loop you'd go into. Right, so we've come in on a single yellow. So we're searching for the red. As the loco brakes refusing to release properly has caused us to come to a stand. Wagon brakes are off though, because the brake pipe's at fault. Damn thing. Alright, well, looks like we've now got a single yellow. We're still on the 15. That's what happens when you go on a goods loop. Yeah, but that's what they charge for a route, isn't it, Point? It's sort of their fixed pricing. I've completely forgot this goods loop's here. It's a shame they don't route some of the other freight that runs on the line into this. Oh yeah, yeah, but again, it's a third-party developer, isn't it? But Rivet Games probably get £15 of that, and Dovetail take 10. Or they do it. They have to give a cut to the relevant platforms, don't they? So Rivet probably get 10, DTG get 10, and 5 goes to the platform. Yeah, there you go, Steam gets 30%. Red ahead. Yeah, so that's why we pay $24.99 for a route. It makes sense. I don't think Xbox and PlayStation are that high. I think it's 15% on them. I don't think the cut's so big on them. But I know they definitely get a cut. What that cut is anybody's guess. But I don't think it's as high as 30. Because in theory, Microsoft handle all transactions and Sony handle all transactions through their stores. So they, in theory, take the money, hold on to the money for 3 months, invest it, get a fast return on it, and then spit out at the other end what the developer gets. Right, we've got a ground position light. We have got a permissive signal ahead. Right, so we are heading into an occupied road. So what is ahead of us? Absolutely nothing. So why have we got the... Why are we getting a ground position light when there's no real reason for it, because there's nothing ahead of us? Well, that's an interesting signal. Just give me a caution. Give me a single yellow. Because there's no confusing... You don't need to give me a permissive signal to pass that one. You give me a single yellow with that being a red and then that being permissive, because then you've got the junction. And I don't quite get what's going on with the signalling here. Yeah, I'm slightly confused as to the signalling sequences here. Alright, we're now on a 10 mile an hour. Where the hell's that come from? We'll just roll over this junction at 15. We're alright. Oh, Lee, what have you done? You've knackered your brakes up, man, mate. Right, let's just come to a stand. Hang on. Full service. Right, where's the vacuum doobie, whatchamacallit, brake? See if we can actually get going again once we put in goods. There we go, vacuum brakes now off. We're now just waiting for it to rebuild the air. We have got some in the vac chamber, and I cannot remember for the life of me where the blimmin', I don't think it's in this end, in the vac brake expel. No, that's the DSD. There we go, we're moving again. Well, you could always offer to lend a hand in the second man's seat. Anyway, how fast are we going? 15 mile an hour. Too fast. Can anybody remember if this bit of track is in the original GWE? Because I don't think I've ever been down it before in my life in this game. Right, we're now 40 mile an hour right away. Let's give it all of the throttles. I don't think I've ever been over this part of the railway in the game. I don't think I've ever been on it though. Oh, we've lost all... Why have we lost... There's still some quirky bugs with this. Yeah, it is only for freight, but you don't use it in Great Western Express. I did all the freight services in that, and I can never ever remember being on it before. That's the first time I've ever been over that. That's a red pen moment. Still some quirky bugs though with this. At least it works in. Oh, there's signalling on the overpass there. That's not noticed that before. Quite possibly in one of the scenarios. 2 yellows. Wow, I love the fact that it cuts the throttle out when you acknowledge the DSD. I'm just going to have to start hitting the AWS button. I've been looped again. There you go. As soon as you hit the acknowledge button, it dumps the DSD pedal. So I'm not sure what brakes we've got going in here. Oh yeah, looks like it's air brakes. Oh, they're good though, wherever they were. Blimey. The wheel slip button is well and truly alight. Oh, we may have slid to a stand. Oh no, we're going again. Right, red ahead. Must have something coming across into the bay platform. Now it takes a lot more than that to flatten a couple of wheels. It's been a bit sparky. Alright, let's have a little look at the map. So that signal is apparently clear. Right. It's obviously a signal failure. Watch the SPAD go off in a minute. Oh, no, we didn't get a SPAD. Okay, we'll give it a bit more beans now then. Thought everything was about to come grinding to a halt again. Got 15 mile an hour, so we're going again onto the goods. I didn't even pay attention to the banner repeater then, Cliffy. I knew we got a single yellow, so we were coming to a red. Good job I didn't take note of the banner repeater, to be fair. Right, here we go. Into another loop. Again, this is fantastic signalling from British Rail, because yeah, the Haze Up Good loops are 25 though. It's not a 15, it's 25. 15 if you go off into the yard. If you go off over to that bit there, that's a 15. This is a 25. Right, so we've got a ground position light which protects the junction. Cool, that's a bit naughty. Cool, that's naughty. A ground position light. It's a main aspect. Ground position light on a junction. I believe SN272 is off. And this signal was recently spadded, I believe, in real life. I can pretty much remember a SPAD warning for, or a SPAD alert for this. R for relief. can't believe they forgot to put the tail lamp on the rear of the TEA wagon. Schoolboy error. Alright. Back on the relief now. Wonder if we're going to get looped into the next loop. I don't think we are. We're good to 40 mile an hour now for this section. Do I think it's because they're... I don't think it's because they've rushed the DLC out. I just don't... I think their quality assurance people don't know. And I think that's the big thing. I don't think they're looking for things like that. So I don't think it's that they're rushing DLC out. It's just I don't think the people that test it know what they're looking for. They're just trying to find things that are broken. And a tail lamp not being on the end of the train might not jump out to them as being something that is critical in the way the railway operates, but Matt P should have picked it up, to be fair. But if I'm honest, I'm enjoying the freight, the Great Western Blue freight. I'm enjoying that. But yes, there's still a few bugs. Because the game's running, the game works, but it's just... But the other thing that really winds me up about DTG is that they let the couplings hang down. Like, that coupling should be hooked over the hook. It's a blimmin' stanza coupling. It shouldn't be hanging free. That's against the rule book. All couplings should be stowed and all pipes should be stowed. And I've raised that. It's a simple rule book instruction. Yeah, it goes against the rule book, and I've requested on a 66 that they fix it. Alright, we're coming up to Hanwell now. I think it's Hanwell's coming up now. Was it one train a day for GWR stops there now? As it's an MTR station and served by the Elizabeth line. At Iron Bridge, that's your link back into Colnbrook there, isn't it? That takes you into Colnbrook on the loop. Done a run round there a few times when I was on my handling hours. But that's where this is the thing that I keep saying to DTG, is you need to stop giving the keys, the pre-release keys, out to people that aren't railway people. You've got enough people in the community that are railway employees or railway enthusiasts that know what they're looking for give them early access keys to the product. Now, I'm on their early access list. I don't get a key because I'm not verified by the website that they use. I can't get accredited. It's taking me forever, even though I meet all of the criteria. But they don't give the keys out to the people that they know. They won't just email me a key and go, here you go, Briar, here's a key to a UK route. Can you just do a stream and just have a look at it for us, and then email us a list of all the things that need fixing before release? I'll send it to you, Cliffy, in a private message. But you have to be a streamer and things like that. You have to have a channel. You have to have so many followers. You have to have so many views and stuff like that. So unless you're a streamer, it's very hard to get into it. But yeah, I've been saying for absolutely ages that UK routes, just give me a blimmin' early access and I'll go and pick it to pieces for you so that you don't get slated when it's released, because then you can do stuff. You only need to give me a week's early access, because half the problems you've got can be easily addressed very quickly. Right, here we go. We're coming up to Acton now for the yard. 30 mile an hour into the yard. Oh, there goes 52. Let's see if this has got a tail light on it. No, see, that's not got a tail light on it either. So I'm guessing they've had to remove tail lamps. Hiya, Tubster, good afternoon. I'm guessing they've had to remove tail lamps so that the game doesn't get confused as to what's the front and what's the back. Two yellows and a number 1 indicator. That's going to put us into the Acton yard, and then we're going to roll down that and come out onto the unpopular goods. But yes, so as I was saying, they need to start giving keys to people that can actually say what's wrong with something. Well, that's the thing, is that I've been involved in Train Sim World on console since it came out. I've religiously played it. It's not like I don't know what I'm doing. It helped me learn how to drive a 66, because when I actually got on a 66 for the first time and sat in the seat, I knew what went where and what button did what, which absolutely astounded my instructor. Yeah, it absolutely astounded my instructor, because he was like, how the hell do you know what that does and what that does if you've never been on a train before? And no one would believe me on my driver's course when I said I'd learned how to drive a 66 on a computer game. So, yeah. But yes, I've been involved since the Founders Edition, and I have what I'd like to think is a reasonably good relationship with Matt P. And I think he does tend to listen to when I say things. But I don't think he gets the backing to fix things that are flagged, that are raised. Like I say, I've raised the Class 66 for ages since I started noticing a problem with it. But sort of got poo-pooed a little bit as to there isn't actually a problem. Well, there blooming well is, and I'm telling you there is. It's like me going to a car garage with my car and them saying, oh yeah, your shock absorbers are gone, and me going, nah, definitely not, there's some life left in them yet. I don't know what's with my car. Yeah, see, so it is accurate to a degree. It gives you an idea of where you're going and what you're looking for and what you're looking at, and bits and bobs like that. This has been an absolutely shocking run, this. Well, because we've hit the bloody DSD button for the AWS, it's another thing I need to add to the list of bugs that AWS and DSD cancel on the controller. Drops the brake, it drops the power out. Alright, there we go, we've got a red ahead as we come onto the goods loop. Oh, what's coming towards us? Another 47. Right, there we go. That's that one done. Right, I'm just going to quickly pop and get a drink, guys. I'm going to be right back, so don't go anywhere.